Hello and welcome to Arirang News Break on this Tuesday, May 10th. I'm Han-daeun in Seoul. From First Secretary to Chairman of the ruling Workers' Party, North Korean leader Kim Jong-un has been promoted to yet higher position in the party as a rare party congress wrapped up in Pyongyang. Securing the legitimacy of the Kim family's third-generation rule is set to be the biggest outcome of the Congress. Unification Ministry correspondent Connie Kim for us this morning.
North Korea's highest political gathering in nearly 4 decades came to a close on Monday, giving the North Korean leader a new title. North Korea's Korean Central Television reported Monday, Kim Jong-un was elected as a chairman of the ruling Workers' Party of Korea. The title Kim will be given was a highlight of the convention, as Pyongyang said it will give the leader the party's top title. Kim's promotion to the party's chairman is seen as a move to dominate the party and consolidate his power, as the young Kim has been seeking to secure the legitimacy of the ruling Kim family's dynasty. In addition, foreign media that were allowed access inside the convention has reported that the party now has 5 standing members of the Workers' Party of Korea: Kim Jong-un, Kim Young-nam, Hwang Byung-seo, Choi Ryong-hae, and Park Bong-ju. This means 2 additional party members, Party Secretary Choi Ryong-hae and Premier Park Bong-ju, have been added to the Standing Committee of the Workers' Party of Korea's Political Bureau. The 4-day convention kicked off with an opening speech from Kim Jong-un, followed by a 2-day briefing of the party's works. On the following day, Pyongyang adopted a statement that said it will pursue economic development and boost the state's self-defensive nuclear force, both in quality and quantity, supporting the so-called Pyeongjin policy spearheaded by leader Kim Jong-un. The North's highest political gathering has come to an end, but the general consensus seems to be that the young Kim used this rare party convention to reaffirm North Korea's position as a nuclear state, which will further isolate it from the international community. Connie Kim, Arirang News.
The former chief of the Korean unit of Oxy Korea has returned home after a marathon 17-hour questioning session at the Seoul prosecutor's office. Shin Dongwook was quizzed over the sale of humidifier sterilizers that resulted in numerous deaths and illnesses in Korea. Summoned as a suspect, Shin denied allegations he had prior knowledge that the chemicals in the sterilizers were dangerous. Prosecutors are expected to issue an arrest warrant for Shin this week on charges of manslaughter and negligence resulting in injury. The Philippines has woken up to a vastly different political landscape this morning after the all but certain victory of a brash, outspoken mayor in the presidential election, also referred to as the Trump of the East. With almost all the votes counted, hardliner Rodrigo Duterte has an unassailable lead. Kim Mo-kyun reports.
With more than 90% of the vote counted Tuesday morning, Davao City Mayor Rodrigo Duterte has secured more than 15 million votes, claiming victory in this year's presidential election race. The nation's election watchdog said Duterte took about 39% of the total votes, winning over his closest rival Manuel Rojas, a former Interior Secretary, with 23%, and Senator Grace Poe at third with 22%. In the Philippines, the winner is decided on a simple majority of votes cast.
I honour the result of our elections. I congratulate Mayor Rodrigo Duterte and pledge my support.
Duterte, who served as the mayor of Davao for more than 22 years, has been nicknamed the Punisher. He has been compared to U.S. Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump because of his outsider status and no-nonsense comments. He vowed to kill drug pushers, shocking his challengers.
If I become the president, I will order the military and the police to hunt down the drug lords, the big ones, and kill them.
Duterte said his law and order policy had been the key to his success. His election campaign has also focused on reforming the economy, infrastructure, and on solving the territorial disputes with China in the South China Sea. However, Duterte's hardline approaches and controversial statements during his campaign are raising public concern that it could lead to human rights abuses. Kim Mo-kyun, Arirang News.
Donald Trump, the presumptive Republican nominee in the race for the White House, is under fire once more, this time for his comments on U.S. fiscal policy. In an interview with CNN on Monday, Trump proclaimed that the United States never has to default on its debt because it can just print more money. Trump denied reports that he said the U.S. should default on its debt or attempt to renegotiate with creditors. These aren't Trump's first comments on the matter. In an interview with CNBC last week, the billionaire businessman dubbed himself the king of debt. Trump's remarks have caused concern among economists, with some suggesting his fiscal strategies could have potentially devastating effects if he became the next U.S. president. An international journalist group has released a searchable database of some 200,000 offshore entities that are part of the Panama Papers investigation. The so-called International Consortium of Investigative Journalists says the site went live at 2 a.m. Korea time this morning, around 8 hours ago. Visitors can go to the website to see who is behind the different accounts that could be used to evade tax and avoid sanctions. It does not include records of bank accounts and financial transactions, emails, passports, other correspondence, or phone numbers. The ICIJ said it was releasing the information in order to serve the public interest. The papers belong to Panama-based law firm Mossack Fonseca, one of the world's biggest players in the gray zone of shell companies, trusts, and other kinds of offshore financing. And that does it for now. Thank you for watching. Don't miss more news updates coming up at noon.